Hey everyone, Jabaz here. I wanted to thank you all for watching and enjoying my Superman AMV. I love that you guys are loving it. And because of that, I thought I'd do a little breakdown on the video. You know how Team 4-Star has their breakdowns for their Dragon Ball Z Abridged videos? I was watching that recently and I was like, that's a great idea. I should really try and do something like that. If you guys end up liking this, I'll most likely go back and do it for my previous AMVs. So let's get started. Let's start from the beginning. Check out this very first scene here of Goku crying. Looks fine, right? But here's the unedited version. Look at that belly button. Look how it flickers in and out. I had to go in there and manually cut out where his belly button is through every frame. I cut that portion out, and on the layer below it, I placed a clip of Goku's belly button when it was intact. That sounds weird to say. And because that scene is panning up, I had to track his belly button and make it follow it. At first, it wasn't an edit that I was sure I was gonna make, but it just kept annoying me seeing that belly button flicker in and out. Alright, so the next one here is another visual edit, or rather a visual error. For some reason, there are these two white spots on Goku's gi that appears for like 1 or 2 frames. I did something sort of similar with the belly button where I just took a previous shot of his gi that was colored in and just placed it on the layer below. Alright, so this is a good example of a transition I like to use. When you have a wide shot like this and the next scene is going to be a close-up shot of, say, his face like this, I like to do some kind of quick zoom transition. You go from this wide shot and go boom, 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 right into a shot of his face. You take the last 3 frames of this wide shot and you zoom it in all the way so that it frames up with the next scene. You can see kind of how it has like a natural flow from wide shot to close-up shot. Alright, so here's a lip flap edit. You can see here Gohan blabbering about. Unless you're making a character lip sync, it's not really a good idea to have characters flapping their lips. So again, I fix this by cutting out around Gohan's mouth. I take a shot of Gohan's mouth closed, put that on the layer below, and voila, no more talking Gohan. And here again, another character just flapping their lips. Same deal. Cut out around the character's mouth, take a shot of their mouth in whatever position you want it to be, and just place it on the layer below. Okay, so this next edit here had to do with flow. In this original shot of Goku spinning Chi-Chi around, he's spinning her clockwise. But because of the previous scene, Chi-Chi and Goku were going from left to right on the screen, so I just reversed the shot of the next scene. It's a small change, but it really makes a difference in flow. And okay, real quick, I only noticed this while I was editing this. The shot of Chi-Chi as a young girl. She has the same look on her face. The shots are so similar. You can really see the love in her eyes. Alright, enough of the sentimental shit. What else we got? Oh, okay, so this shot here of Goku and Chi-Chi. At first I had it just like this, but it just didn't feel like it was enough. I don't know how I can explain that, but it just didn't have enough je ne sais quoi. So what I did is I went in and I masked out around them. Masking is when you place points around a certain object, so that's the only object that's visible. So in this case, I mask Goku and Chi-Chi. For example, say I want Gohan in this shot for some reason. I just go click here, click there, just whatever, you get the gist of it. And then bam, his head's there. I'd zoom in as far as I could and add a bunch of markers and just meticulously just move them to the right spots to frame their bodies so that everything around them would kind of fade out or fade to white, leaving just them two together in the one scene. Oh God, was that a hard scene to mask. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this on maybe like After Effects or Premiere, I don't know, but in Vegas, I have to go through each individual frame and set new markers for the mask. So every little move they made, I had to go in and just kind of adjust it a little bit. And as you can see behind Goku, there's like a little shadow behind him. That was pretty simple. I just copied the keyframe I already made of Goku masked out, and I apply it to just this regular black image. That way you see if I mute this, you'll see it just cuts out a frame of that image. And so I just go in and I adjust the size, make it bigger, smaller, whatever I want. In this case, I made it bigger and then just placed it right behind Goku so that it gives an effect of like a background shadow. Up next in this climax of the video, I have like this white glow coming off of Goku. This one was a little tough. This is more masking. I had to cut out each individual frame of Goku. Any subtle movement, like even when his hair is moving side to side. So with Goku cut out, everything else around him is just gone. It's just blank. But I took a copy of that exact same scene, but unedited so it has the entire frame, placed it on the layer below. So now I can place something in between those 2 layers, which is going to be a white image, but similar to the Goku and Chi-Chi edit, I would copy the mask from Goku and place it on a white image. I would edit the white image by adding a feather to it, but only a small feather. Just at a 2, it gives Goku that nice little glow around his body. Now that's just the frame at the beginning of that cut. At the end of that same cut, I add a marker and I change the feathering to a 50. And Vegas auto adjusts everything in the middle. So from beginning to end, it starts with a small feathering at a 2 and then just goes all the way up to 50. and it gives off that nice little glow effect. And I just did that for every single one of these. I'm surprised I'm not a master at drawing Goku's hair by now. I had to cut around that mess so many times. Here's where the beat starts getting faster, but they may have been a little too fast for you to see them all. Here's Goku defeating Piccolo, Goku showing up to save Piccolo and Ten Shinhan from himself, Goku's first encounter with the Jinzo Ningen. Yeah, here's the funny one you might have missed. This is Goku in Ginyu's body, showing up to protect Gohan from a blast that was shot by Ginyu Goku. Can you imagine the rest of the series if Goku was stuck in Ginyu's body for the rest of the series? I'd watch that. Here's Goku showing up with the Kienzan of his own to slice up Majin Buu, Goku defeating the Red Ribbon Army, and Goku as an Ozaru for the first time, because why not? Okay, this one's one of my most favorite transitions. Here's Goku on Kinton, and then right there's Gohan coming in. So I masked him out, I cut him out, I cut the background out from his frame, and he just comes in little by little, and I just faded into an unmasked shot of that same scene. And as you can see, the background just fades in ever so smoothly. And right here I did the same thing with Frieza's hand coming in. You just ease into it. This is the scene of Goku lifting up Bulma's car from episode 1. I wanted to make it look like the car bounced a little bit, so I took the shot of the car rising and just reversed it. So first I have the shot of the car rising, and then put in the next clip of it descending. The descending shot is very short, so it just comes off as the car bouncing a little bit. Here's another example of the zooming in transition, except this time we're zooming out. We're going from a close-up shot to a wide shot. For this, you just take the wide shot scene, which is afterwards in this case, and only adjust the first 3 frames. The first frame you're going to zoom in until it somewhat matches the previous shot, and by the 3rd frame it's fully zoomed out. Now 3 frames is all you need, 3 to 5 frames. That's always depending on how much of a zoom or zoom out you're actually going to do. You don't want to be too daunting, you want it to seem natural. Alright, so this final connection I was really proud of myself for figuring out. While messing with that scene, I noticed Goku's hands were up. His hands are in the same position as if he were holding up a Genki Dama or a Spirit Bomb. He's got his hands up. So naturally, what better transition than from that to this? Alright, well thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this little breakdown. Or if anything, I hope you at least learned a little something. Let me know what you guys think, and if you have any other questions, let me know. I'm not the best editor by any means. Heck, I don't think I'm even that great of an editor, but I think it's my passion and love for Dragon Ball that allows me to edit and create these meaningful videos. I love doing it. I love Dragon Ball. I love editing Dragon Ball. I love big butts, and I cannot lie. Goodbye, everyone.